Welcome to a very special episode. Today I am at Road America and you're gonna find out why. Well, we are here at Road America for the IndyCar race series, and boy am I in for a treat. I've partnered with Honda to go for a ride in this two-seater IndyCar, which is going to be spectacular. I have actually never been in an IndyCar, let alone an open-seater car like this, and at one of the coolest racetracks in all of America. So this is going to be super cool. But before I go for a ride, let's talk to one of the mechanics and find out a little bit of information about this two-seater IndyCar. So this is Craig Roberts. He is a mechanic with the Honda team here, and I've got a couple questions for him. Craig, so what are the specs on this two-seater IndyCar?
So it weighs about 1,800 pounds, has around 600 to 650 horsepower. That kind of depends on the amount of boost that we give the engine.
And that's a twin turbocharged V6?
Twin turbo V6, yeah. This is a 2.8 liter engine.
Oh wow, okay.
Yep.
Revs to 9,000 RPM, you said?
About 9,000 RPMs, yes. Like I said, it weighs 1,800 pounds. That's about 300 pounds more than the spec cars that race in the series. So really the only difference between our cars and the spec cars are the extra seat, and which adds about 4 feet to our chassis, and everything else is pretty much the same.
Awesome. So what do you find most challenging about maintaining a car like this?
So what we do a lot differently than a typical Indy car is we do a lot of stop and goes, because we'll do 1 or 2 laps, and then we'll load a new passenger, and 1 or 2 laps, load a new passenger.
Right.
We're doing that all the time consistently.
Yep.
So we put a lot more wear on the clutch on our car compared to a typical race car. So we replace clutches very frequently.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, very frequently.
And in between the runs?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on, like Road America is a little challenging for us because we actually start up a hill.
Yeah.
It's a little bit extra wear. So we have replaced 1 clutch here as well.
Wow. So what do you find is the coolest technology in the engine or the car?
So something that's pretty unique about our car compared to something, a little bit more conventional is we have 3 fuel pumps actually.
Wow.
So we have the main fuel pump that sits at the bottom of the cell, and we have 2 scavenge fuel pumps that are a little bit smaller that sit on the side of the cell. And what that does is when you're going through a high G turn, your fuel, especially if it's low, likes to pool to one side.
Oh, yeah.
So that scavenge pump is gonna pump that fuel back into the center line. You're not gonna lose any power.
Yeah,
so
super cool.
Something that's really different compared to a more conventional car.
So we're setting up my GoPro here, and unfortunately I can only mount one, so I've chosen to face it forward to give you guys a sense of the action. But the beauty is I'm gonna have a microphone, and if everything works out, I'm gonna be able to speak during this ride and you guys will be able to hear it. So let's hope that this whole contraption works well, and we've got audio and pretty awesome video. I am here with Arie Luyendyk Jr, the man that is gonna give me a ride in this. So, first of all, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And what is your favorite experience in racing?
I mean, I've been racing my whole life.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah, obviously driving in the Indy 500, that was a huge accomplishment. I drove, with the Honda engine back in 2006, and now I drive the Honda IndyCar two-seater.
Yeah.
So this thing is pretty awesome. It's a really cool experience to give to people like yourself who've never been in an IndyCar, and it's just something that I've done since 2002 now, so I enjoy it.
So if you could go back in time, what era of racing would you do?
I mean, I always look at, the stuff from the 70s and, basically when Mario was on the top of his game in Formula One, that James Hunt era. It's just super cool because there was so much development. It was dangerous, but still drivers were real men back then. They drove anything. They drove stock cars, Indy cars, Formula One. Now everything's so concentrated. Everyone's so concerned about, fitness and being so ultra focused.
100%, yeah.
When it looked a lot more fun and kind of wild and sort of less structured back then. I don't know.
And it's off. Next time I'll see that is on pit row. All right, we are moments away from getting in the car and going for a ride. So I just spent a little bit of time talking to Arie Jr. He's busy talking to other people, but he told me this is actually a purpose-built car. So in the past, they used to take an IndyCar, cut it in half, and then extend it. And there was compromises in that sense, but this car is actually built from scratch as a two-seater, so it performs and handles almost exactly like an IndyCar. So that makes this ride even more exciting. Here we go. I'm about to get suited up. Safety first.
Slide down between.
Okay, here we go. We are starting this thing up. And obviously you guys can't see me because you can see forward, which is where the action is going to be. But I am going to commentate this whole experience here from the passenger seat right behind Arie Jr. All right. Yes. Sweet little burnout. Oh, yes. Warming up the tires. Oh, man, the G's on this thing are good. Oh, holy. We are not even moving fast here. My head is being flung around. Rip. Wow.
That was good, right?
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah, you're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're
That
welcome.
was
My pleasure.
It's such a different experience from an actual road car. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, the G's, the cornering, and how flat the car stays when we were up in that high speed turn.
Yeah.
As we were picking up speed.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's so neat. And the noises that a car makes.
Yeah.
Like the turbos. Oh my God. And you know what? As I was saying, I think the braking to me is the most phenomenal part of a car like this. Because when you would hit it, I would just go flying. Like the G-force that you feel.
Yeah.
It surpasses anything that I've ever felt.
Yeah, the brakes are pretty amazing for sure. And that's at about probably 80%.
Oh, I can only imagine.
What the actual car does.
Yeah, yeah. But at 80%, that felt like a true IndyCar experience. So
Very cool.
Man, thank you again.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
Experience it for
Thanks.
sure. Awesome.
Wow, wow, and wow. So I've had a moment to decompress here, and again, it's just hard to put into words this type of experience because the loads and the G's of riding in a car like this, they're just so high, they're so different than what you're used to than a street car or a road-going race car. And they're extreme, which makes the experience just so amazing. I think the cornering was really phenomenal. Everything's so stable. You really can't feel any type of breakaway. It just stuck to the ground and goes. As I said, the brakes to me were absolutely unreal. That twin turbo V6 that Honda's built, oh my God, it was literally behind me all I could think of was just like revving it out, Arie going through the gears, the gearbox, and then the downshifts, the cracks, the pops, like it makes all the right noises. The power, it's awesome. It's definitely not out of this world. I have driven street cars that are faster, but that's not what this is about. This is purely an experience about going fast around a racetrack, and this purpose-built race car does exactly that. Just, it's out of this world. I've got to thank Honda so much. Thank you for this type of experience. I mean, we are at Road America, which is one of the greatest racetracks in America, and I got to drive a two-seater in an IndyCar race at the pace lap. Like, how cool. So that is a wrap on this video. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notifications bell. And check out our speedacademy.shop for some merchandise. So this is a one-in-a-lifetime experience that, once again, I have to thank Honda for. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.